KNUS Denver. Sleep deprived and heavily caffeinated.
All right, let's do this then.
This is the Jeff and Bill Show.
I don't understand why this is an issue.
They don't always agree, but hey, at least they have coffee.
Coffee.
And each other.
I love you, man.
God help us.
I want to bless him. We need all the help we can get.
Now here's Jeff Hunt and Bill Thorpe. The Jeff and Bill Show on News Talk 710 KNUS.
Welcome back to the Jeff and Bill Show. Bill, I've been looking up the Samuel Alito thing.
Yeah.
And I think it's important to provide a little bit of context here. It was only his association with this organization called, what was it, Conservatives, or no, the CAP is the name of it, Concerned Alumni of Princeton.
Yeah, Concerned Alumni of Princeton.
It was a right-wing thing. It appears in one application that he submitted to the Reagan administration to serve there, but then doesn't remember actually being a part of the group. And then during his confirmation hearing said, I would never be a member of an organization that took these positions, wasn't aware of the writings, any of that type of stuff. And an extensive look at the membership lists of that organization, couldn't find anything about him. So it appears on one little resume, and he disavows it. So I think it's important to point that out about it.
That's fair. That is fair enough. But it seems like he did at one point fill out paperwork, and he could have changed his mind on it. But it was interesting that at least at that point, he had the idea that this group and this population should not be included. And it's fair that he can change that. But yeah, that's fair.
All right, we've got this hour coming up after news. Carrie Harden, championship manager of the U.S. Senior Open, is going to give us a little preview. Is this down at the Broadmoor?
Yeah. I believe so. Yeah.
Wow, this will be very cool to see. So
I can't play golf, so I'm really interested in it, and I know the strategy behind it. But I can't do it because I've got a really, really bad lower back issue. Had major surgery years ago, and doctor looked at me and goes, "Do you play golf?" I said, "No, not really." He goes, "Well, you don't anymore." This is not something you can ever do again. So, yeah.
Well, this is coming up very soon here, June 25 through the 29th, down at the Broadmoor, which is just so historic and beautiful. You got to check it out. Tickets available. We're going to talk and get some insight on this upcoming U.S. Senior Open taking place at the Broadmoor with Carrie here in just a second. Then we'll saunter into the weekend with a little cowboy poetry. But, Bill, let's provide some news, please.
A heat advisory is in effect through Saturday. It is going to be a hot one, 90s to near 100 degrees in Denver today, middle to upper 90s on Saturday. Low to mid-90s Sunday. Nights will be in the 60s. It's also going to be breezy, brisk, and sometimes gusty southwest winds. Noticeably cooler, though, by Monday. Highs by Monday only 70s, with thunderstorms returning Sunday night and Monday. Weather sponsored by Colorado's Best Roofing, reminding you to protect your home from the harsh Colorado weather and schedule your free no-obligation roof inspection today at roofingcolorado.com. That's roofingcolorado.com. Meteorologist Don Day in the 710 KNUS Weather Center.
Welcome back to the Jeff and Bill Show. 101 today in Denver. Goodness, 100 degrees tomorrow, Saturday, 94 on Sunday. So it's not going to cool down till later. If your air conditioner has got a frozen line, busted, all that stuff, well, then we got the people to call. L&L Heating and Air Conditioning. Our AC went out last year. We're like the third owners of our house. It was builder grade. It wasn't keeping up. It was like 15 years old at this point. So we went out and spoke with a number of different folks. And L&L Heating and Air Conditioning was the company we chose. And they came and absolutely nailed it. One-day installation, no stress, personal service from start to finish. They even followed up to make sure everything was perfect. Our home, now totally comfortable, no matter what the weather. And with L&L Heating and Air Conditioning, we got peace of mind. Here's the deals they got going on right now. A free programmable thermostat or carbon monoxide detector with new furnace or air conditioner installation. No emergency charges. $0 trip fee. Price match value guarantee on equipment. Free estimates, licensed and insured, and a 5-year labor warranty. Everything in our house works great. Love it. And our family couldn't be happier. So if you're looking for fast, honest, and reliable service, I highly recommend L&L Heating and Air Conditioning. Here's their phone number, 720-851-1691. Online at bestdenverhvac.com, bestdenverhvac.com. I'm sure glad we called him. That phone number again, 720-851-1691. Well, coming up in just a few weeks, goodness, less than that, 5 days, is the U.S. Senior Open Championship down at the beautiful, historic Broadmoor. Does it get any better than the Broadmoor? I don't think so.
Not at all, especially not on a summer day.
Oh, yeah. My goodness. And the history and the art, I love it. Mr. Anschutz has done a wonderful job with the Broadmoor. Well, Carrie Harden joins us, championship manager of the U.S. Senior Open. Carrie, thank you for taking time to join the Jeff and Bill Show.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
So give us some insight. Looks like you all are in preparation mode right now. It's 5 days out. Oh, my goodness, it's coming up quick. People can get tickets, be a part of this historic golf game that's going to take place down at the Broadmoor. Give us some insight.
They can, yes. We are open to the public Wednesday through Sunday of next week. So, 5 days away. It is at the Broadmoor, played on the legendary East Course. Tickets start at just $29 for the practice round day. Kids 17 under are free, and there's military offers available. So we know it's, maybe an hour or so drive for most of the people in your listening area, but we hope they'll consider coming down and joining us. Because like you said, the Broadmoor on a summer day and throw in some championship golf and some great food and beverages and a cool social scene, and you can't beat it.
Oh, my goodness. All right, she sold me. I'm ready to go. Come on, honey, let's go. We're heading down to the Broadmoor.
That's not going to be a hard sell with the wife.
Right, I know. That's right.
Yeah.
You can go to the Golden Bee.
Yeah, exactly.
They've got great food there, all the art, plus golf. So for folks that maybe have never attended a golf tournament like this before, when you purchase a ticket, what do you get to do?
That's a great question. So all of our parking for the Senior Open is free. So you would come on down to the World Arena and park there, take a free shuttle bus over to the main entrance. And then from there you go in, and with a general admission ticket, you have access to the entire course. We have grandstands built around the course. There's a ton of areas to walk. There's concession stands everywhere. So it's kind of just walking around, watching the players. You can either follow a player that maybe you've heard of before. There's some big names like Ernie Els, Fred Couples, Jim Furyk, Vijay Singh, Colin Montgomery, some big names that those of us who might not follow a lot of golf have heard of before. So you can walk and follow a player, or you can find a nice spot in the shade and camp out and just watch everybody go by.
Sounds like a great day, and it starts as low as $29. Then they've got some flexible 4-packs. They've got gallery tickets. I mean, it runs the gamut. You can even get some special packages, even push it up a little bit if you want to do that. Talk about maybe some of those deals that might exist if somebody wants to maybe, push it a little bit.
Yeah, maybe there's a husband out there who has forgotten the wife's anniversary or birthday or has to say, sorry, honey, and wants to have a special getaway at the Broadmoor. Got to earn those brownie points. What's available for our listeners?
We'll tell you what, for those who might be joining with some ladies, like the example you gave, let me say, flushing bathrooms at an outdoor event, hard to come by, but our Trophy Club tickets include that. So the Trophy Club tickets for a championship round ticket on the day where we crown the champion, the winner of the tournament, is only $98. And so Trophy Club includes their seating areas, there's broadcast television, lots of shade, flushing restrooms, and upscale food and beverage that you can purchase. So we're talking like the Mile High Burger, the Telluride Turkey Club croissant, signature cocktails. Even if you're not a golf fan, you can just camp in the Trophy Club all day and still have an awesome day.
I'm sitting here going, this is great. Man, what a great opportunity. We're talking about the U.S. Senior Open Championship. It launches June 25, runs through June 29, so that's coming up, folks. That's next Wednesday to next Sunday down at the Broadmoor. Tickets available. Kids 17 and under admitted free with a ticketed adult. And then some of those names again, some of those golfers that are going to get a chance and help people understand how a Senior Open's maybe a little different than just a general U.S. Open.
Yeah, great. Yeah, so the Senior Open is for golfers over the age of 50. And what's really neat about the Opens, as opposed to like the PGA Championship, the Open is open to both amateurs and professionals. So you not only see the best of the best with professional golfers, but you also see some of the world's best amateurs. These are regular guys with regular jobs, and they are out here playing some of the best golf in the world. So we start out with about 160 players on Thursday and Friday. After Friday, we rack and stack, take the top 60 players plus those who are tied, and then they move into the championship round on Saturday and Sunday. So that's going to be one of the biggest differences that you see. You're going to see not just the best of professional golf, but also the best of the amateurs that can hang with those pros. And that's so exciting to see, because one of the things I love about golf, really about any sport in general where you don't have two teams against each other, is we can root for everybody. You can root for someone to have a great day, to hit a great shot. You can root for an underdog. And the nice thing about it, I mean, I have kids in youth sports. There's not a lot of encouragement and camaraderie on the court or on the field where I'm used to sitting. But here, it's a really positive environment. We're just out there to see some great golf and watch these guys compete to figure out who is truly the best.
That's Carrie Harden, Championship Manager, U.S. Senior Open, going on at the Broadmoor. Jeff, did you hear what Carrie just said? It's going to be the amateurs and the pros. You love the amateur rodeos. This is like the same thing, my man. You're getting the pros with the amateurs.
Except for they're a lot better than amateur rodeos where they find a guy down on Maplewood Lane and throw him on the back of a bull.
It's Jim from the grocery store. That's up next. Yeah, but that's the fun thing now. Okay, Carrie Harden, Championship Manager, U.S. Senior Open. Okay, you've got the experience with this. Jeff and I don't, and some of our listeners don't. During the U.S. Senior Open Championship, during events like this, what do you think is the best thing to do? If you had the afternoon off, how would you spend it at this tournament?
I would buy a Trophy Club ticket to start. I would come on in, and I would probably start by just walking parts of the course. Maybe not the whole thing, but find like maybe a nice little elevated hill in the shade where I can sit and watch some players go by. And then if I see a player go by who just looks like he's having fun, enjoying the energy, has a cool caddy, maybe is engaging a little bit with some of the fans, I might hop up and follow them for a few holes, see how that goes. By that point, I'll probably be hungry or thirsty, so I will stop and get myself something to eat or drink. And then from there, follow them along a little bit more. At some point, I'll go into our merchandise pavilion because it's air conditioned and because we have a bunch of really cool limited edition, not just apparel, but also souvenirs, golf accessories, stuffed animals for the kids. There's all kinds of cool stuff in there. And because this is kind of a once in a lifetime opportunity, this event only comes around to Colorado every 6 or 7 years if we're lucky. This is the third time the Broadmoor has hosted this championship, and that ties us for the most place ever that has ever hosted 3 U.S. Senior Opens. And so now is the chance to get the gear, because after next Sunday, it'll be gone. And so I'd probably do a little bit of shopping while I'm there. And then hopefully by that point, run into some people I know and hang out, maybe grab some drinks in the Trophy Club, watch some more golf as it goes by. maybe see some wildlife. The deer are all having their babies, and so there are fawns all over the course right now. I've seen 3 in the last couple of days. So just enjoy the surroundings, enjoy the mountains, enjoy the golf, enjoy the people I love.
Oh, that is Carrie Harden, championship manager at the U.S. Senior Open. That is happening at the Broadmoor. That is coming up Wednesday, starting next week. You kind of hit me there with the idea of the limited edition stuff. That kind of scratches an itch that I've got. I'm really excited about that one. Now, one of the things I want to know before we let you go, Carrie, is that talk to the audience about something that is underappreciated in putting this together. And what I'm looking at is, what is one of those difficulties in putting together a large tournament like this that you and the staff have that may be underappreciated by the crowd, the people that are in our audience that are going to end up there going down to the Broadmoor? Something you're like, hey, watch out for this or X, or, it takes a lot of time for us to put together this. Something behind the scenes, kind of like the idea of how the sausage is getting made, a larger appreciation of the tournament. What's something that the average listener to the Jeff and Bill Show doesn't understand about the difficulties of executing a major championship like this?
I think something that we have put a lot of effort in is to making sure that this is an event for everybody to enjoy, not just golfers. And so if you look at it from the perspective of a kid, there's going to be autograph zones. There's going to be a junior zone where they can practice putting and chipping. There's a juniors clinic where World Golf Hall of Famer Hale Irwin, former U.S. Open and U.S. Senior Open champion, is going to talk to the kids. We have a female long drive champion that's going to talk to them. So there's a kid aspect where we put a lot of work into that. For our military, for both active duty and veterans, we have Military Appreciation Day on Wednesday where it's free for them and a guest to come in, half price the rest of the week. We have the Military Outpost where they're able to come in and get complimentary food and beverages so they can hang out more, enjoy some camaraderie. We have a kind of a whole experience track for our military. If we think about those who are older or mobility impaired, we have free mobility scooters, first come, first serve, that people can come and borrow and just use for free so they can get out and enjoy the course. And if all the mobility scooters are taken, we have a multi-person golf cart shuttle that runs a path that can get people to different points along the course so they can enjoy it. So I think even though, when one person attends, they kind of follow the path that they're most interested in attending. But I think if you really look around and see all these different demographics that we want to have feel welcome at the event and come have a great time at the event, I think you'll see that's really a lot of the behind the scenes stuff. It's the very thoughtful touches that go into making sure that everybody has a good time, even if golf is not their number one sport.
Carrie Harden, you've done a fantastic job. Championship manager with the U.S. Senior Open. I'm inspired with all the opportunities down there, and it was the little baby fawns. Little baby, I'm gonna go check those out.
Cool.
It is a great program for the entire family, all ages. The U.S. Senior Open at the Broadmoor, June 25th through the 29th, 2025. Just a few days away. Be a part of it. You can get tickets at broadmoor.com, broadmoor.com. Carrie, this sounds like a lot of fun. I'm definitely going to be checking it out. Thank you for taking time to join the Jeff and Bill Show today.
Yeah, thanks for the time.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me. Have a great weekend.
You too.
Man, she's a pro.
That sounds really cool. That sounds
she
fun.
had all of it. All
she
the
did.
different,
all the stuff that we can do, and it sounded like a wonderful weekend. And again, there may be something.
I can see why she's the championship manager.
I can see that too. Yes, and there may be something where you and the family are looking for some escape, some minor mini vacation. There may be some opportunities there. There may be something that you're looking at the kids and you're like, we got to go out and get some outdoor time and have some fun. Go down for the day. Yeah, go down for the day.
Starts
have some
at
fun.
$29.
Yeah, I mean, you just can't beat the price, and lots of upscale packages as well. So you can do as much or as little as you want on this one.
Jeff's got something to say. Our cowboy poet.
I just got in on the very end of the conversation.
Yes.
It sounds wonderful to me. I think the U.S. Senior Open is just a great way to wrap up your high school career. to spend before you go to college, you get out there as a senior in high school.
Yes, I think that's what it is.
And putter around a little bit, and never mind, move on.
that's fantastic.
Oh, you get to taste it with the next few
before I
programs.
opened my mouth.
A few segments going to be like,
that's
I
great.
love it. Jeff Hildebrand has sauntered his way. The horse is parked. He's getting
Yes, it
off.
is.
He's ready to give us some cowboy poetry. Let's talk alarm detection systems, folks. You know, in this state, with all the problems we have with crime, thanks to these weak on crime judges and lawmakers, if you're trying to run a business, you can't have it broken into. You got to have quality, high-performing alarm systems. We've done the research. The best out there, alarm detection systems. The highest level of service and expertise. Think about all the time you could be saving if you just had one source for your cameras, key card access, fire and intrusion systems. And it's not just a Ring camera. It's expert alarm installation tested by highly trained technicians. It's 24/7 professional monitoring. It's same-day or next-day service. It's dedicated teams for cameras, access control, and fire alarms, and over 300 security professionals working for you. It's why Colorado schools trust them. Big and small businesses all throughout Colorado, alarm detection systems is helping them. Choosing ADS means your business stays protected, will be ready to open tomorrow. They combine human monitoring with the latest AI camera technology. You imagine if you had a business and you just used a Ring camera and you just got a notification, hey, someone's breaking into your business. And then you've got to call the police and then you've got to rush down there. Now, get a team together to protect your business. That's alarm detection systems. The experts will review your system for free. Go to adsalarm.com to schedule your appointment. adsalarm.com, alarm detection systems. The first choice of Front Range and Colorado businesses, adsalarm.com. It's Friday. It's the last hour.
Yes, it is.
It's time for some cowboy poetry. Well, up next, you're listening to The Jeff and Bill Show.
We are Denver's talk leader, News Talk 710, KNUS.
Welcome back to the Jeff and Bill Show. We're talking the U.S. Senior Open Championship next week down at the Broadmoor. And guess what? I think we did such a good job with our interview.
Yes. That
Kerry Harden is providing some free passes out there.
They gave us free stuff, and we're giving free stuff to you. Yes, give us a call right now, 303-989, what is it, 696-1971. I don't give it. You give it away. You give it away, so I don't. So it's 696-1971. There we go.
696-1971. Caller number 7, because we're 710 KNUS.
Yes.
Caller number 7 right now will get 2 free passes to the U.S. Senior Open.
Yes.
Down at the Broadmoor.
Yes, a pair of passes right now. Give us, if you're the 7th caller on the phone number Jeff just said, because I messed it up because I don't have to say it ever. Give us a call. If you're number 7.
Do you want me to give you Bill's cell phone out?
No, please don't do that. Did that accidentally one time. Oh, it's awful.
303-696-1971. Caller number 7 will get 2 passes to the U.S. Senior Open at the Broadmoor. All right. While Bill's dealing with that, I get to hang out with Jeff Hildebrand.
Well, I want to continue the senior thoughts. The senior, never mind. I'm just going to do something about old people. I've been infected by Bill Thorpe.
And Joe Biden. I just love how half of the second half of his presidency, all of his speeches ended with, well, there you go.
This is it. Well,
what you got for us, sir?
I've got. You're familiar with Willie Nelson. Willie Nelson did a song in a movie called "The Red-Headed Stranger," and I was thinking about that, and I couldn't use that title because he had already used it. So this is about the blue-haired old lady, which continues the senior theme. A blue-haired old lady from North South Dakota rode into town one day. She heard they played poker, and she brought some money and asked if they'd mind if she played. The yellow-haired gambler looked over the table and said to the lady there, "If you got the money, just sit right down, honey. Won't somebody get her a chair? I'll wheel 'em and deal 'em. It's no limit hold'em. She'll put up or shut up and play. I'll shake her, then break her," the gambler was thinking, "then take all her money away." Well, the first card he dealt her was down and was dirty, but she didn't seem to care. She would raise and would call. She was having a ball, and she took the hand with 2 pair. This lady was cooking. She'd raise without looking, like she didn't care how she played. The gambler was cocky till his luck turned rocky. He didn't hear anyone say, "Just wheel 'em and deal 'em. She's here to play poker. She's tough, and you're bluffing to stay. She's bold, and you're folding, and 'fore the night's over, she'll take all your money away." Well, that blue-haired old lady walked out of the card game with all of the gambler's dough. But to stop all his guessing, she taught him this lesson, and it's one that we all should know. Judge a book by its cover, and you'll soon discover that prejudice gets in the way. In the future, I'm hoping you'll keep your ears open and listen to what people say. Don't judge or begrudge 'em. Treat everyone fairly when anyone passes your way. Be fair and be caring. Don't jump to conclusions, 'cause that is the cowboy way. And
well done.
And my,
that's great.
My dentures were slipping there at the end, so.
That is great. That was a good one.
Thanks.
The blue-haired old lady. That's right out of Louis L'Amour, man. She would come in and take all your money.
That's right.
So your prejudice will harm you more than anybody else.
Yep. And, I mentioned Willie Nelson. I got to meet Willie Nelson. We had a friend in common, which kind of opened the door for me. He was friends, and I was friends with the last singing cowboy from Republic Pictures, a guy by the name of Monty Hale. And Willie and I were talking one time, and we talked about The Red-Headed Stranger and the movie and how the movie was based on the song. And I said, now, what about the town? He said, I built that town in the movie. It's called Luck, Texas. And it's still there today. It's a tourist attraction. It's on somebody's ranch. And if you pay enough, you can have good luck.
Well, Bill, did anyone get good luck?
Yes. Yes, a big congratulations to Michelle Yeager. Michelle won our pair of passes, the gallery passes to the U.S. Senior Open. And so if you know Michelle Yeager, start calling her and see who's going with her, because he does have two. So I'm just letting you know. So, yes, and we will be giving away another set of passes after the next commercial break. We got another one sitting there. So, yeah.
You got another poem, and then we'll go to a commercial break here. Sir.
Okay. All right. Continuing the theme of those of us who are more mature.
Oh, so I want to pay attention.
Yeah. You're out.
Thank you.
Lucy left the Walmart and headed for her car. The sky was growing darker, but it wasn't very far. Behind the wobbly grocery cart, she fumbled for her keys. Then she looks up and stands stark still because of what she sees. She didn't get too frightened, but it struck her as bizarre that 4 men in their 20s would be sitting in her car. She let go of the grocery cart and snatched up her purse, pulled out a Smith & Wesson, prepared to do her worst. She points the pistol at the men and yells, "I have a gun! Now get out of the car!" She screamed, and all 4 start to run. Lucy slightly shaken as she thinks about the day. Then she gathers up her groceries and puts her gun away. She slides in their 6-pack off the seat and gets behind the wheel, reliving what just happened, not quite sure how to feel. Her hands are trembling, and her key won't go in the ignition. She sees a football on the floor and has a strange suspicion. Sheepishly, she opens up the door and looks around, and spots the car she came in just 4 more spaces down.
Oh, that was a good one.
That was really good.
That had elements of Shel Silverstein right there. That was great.
I might have tried to...
I'm shell-shocked.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yes. I might have tried that before, where I'm trying to get into the wrong car. Yeah. How come my key doesn't work? How come... Oh, yeah, that's not my stuff inside the car. Yeah, been there, done that.
Well, we'll continue some cowboy poetry with Jeff Hildebrand, plus another effort to get 2 passes to the U.S. Senior Open down at the Broadmoor next week, June 25th through the 29th. Don't miss this. You're listening to The Jeff and Bill Show.
We are Denver's talk leader. This is News Talk 710 KNUS.
Welcome back to the Jeff and Bill Show. All right, Bill, you've been in radio for many years. And I want your help here for our listeners, because I've often wondered about this.
Run fast. Oh, no, not about the job.
Right.
Okay, sorry.
So if you wanted to win something, so for instance, caller 7.
Yeah.
In just a second, not right now, hold on. But caller 7, how do you time it right in order to try to get to be number 7 to win something? What do you think? Should you count to 7? Like 1?
Well, no, the problem is this.
3.
The problem at the core is you are talking to the wrong Thorpe. You have the wrong one of us. You need to be talking to my younger brother. You have to. And give me just a second here. Now let me explain why. Okay. My younger brother has this ridiculous ability to win radio contests. And this is before he started working in the industry.
Never shared the secret. Huh?
It is, there's no, he's just magic. Freaking magic. I don't know what it is. Okay, this is the experience. The experience that I had is I would be driving to school in the car with friends, going to high school, and my younger brother, who's in elementary or middle school at the time, I hear him on the radio station I'm listening to using my mother's cell phone on his journey to the car, winning contests. Winning things again and again and again. He has, I'm not just doing this to be silly. He legit has about an 80% win rate on any radio contest he enters. He's never ridiculous. Shared the secret. All right. I have no idea what it is. The thing is, he wins.
Sorry, I thought maybe we would help somebody here.
We were in Seattle and we're standing there and we're listening to the radio and we have something and we have an open night and he's like, what do you want to do tonight? I'm like, I don't know. And the contest, the end, runs a contest about a show that night. He goes, you want to go to the show? I'm like, yeah, that'd be kind of fun. He goes, hang on. Burp, 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 burp. Congratulations, you're the winner. And he goes, okay, we're going. I'm like, what? Hang on. What?
I have a very specific set of skills.
Yes. Now, it doesn't work in anything else other than radio contests, but it's ridiculous. So I have no idea. My thing is, I would wait until just after I give the number. No, I'm of no help. As usual on the show, I'm of no help.
Adam, I can hear Kelly laughing down on that one.
Yeah.
All right. We have 2 passes to the U.S. Senior Open Championship next week down at the Broadmoor, June 25th through the 29th. Caller number 7 right now. Fire them up. Caller number 7 right now will get 2 free passes to the U.S. Senior Open. Phone number 303-696-1971. 303-696-1971. Caller number 7. Here they starting to come on in. All right. In the meantime, while Bill's got to chase that down, Jeff's going to entertain with some cowboy poetry.
I was listening to you, ignoring Bill, but when I used to do this, what you're doing, only with music, and we would have contests, and we would make it like, okay, the 171st person to call.
And we're lucky to get 7.
And just because it was funny.
And would you sit there and count 170?
Oh, no. It's like the first call. Okay, you're number 23. And, oh, yeah. Anyway. Okay. Let's get back to some serious business. There's an awful lot going on and has been going on in the world. We see that. And there's an awful lot of conversation. And for the next 13 days, there's going to be a lot of speculation and conversation about what in the world is going to happen in Israel and all of that. And so that brings this to mind. Everything happens for a reason, even if the why escapes us. Then the worry and confusion and the doubting overtakes us. Hurricanes and rising tides, wildfires from the drought, the war exploding overseas bring an avalanche of doubt that there's a God who loves us like the Bible does proclaim. So instead of praying to him, doubters take his name in vain. As we watch the devastation, folks should witness our belief in the God who truly loves us, and our faith brings us relief. So do all you can for others, show victims care and love, and be sure to reassure them there is hope in God above. Take a deep breath and remember there's a fact we know is true. Worry is a worldly trait. Faith in God will get us through.
Good reminder towards the end of the week after all that's happening, especially in the Middle East.
Right.
Thank you.
That is nice.
Oh, yeah, sure. Do we?
Okay, hang
is
on
the
a
winner
sec.
willing to come on air?
Let me check with her. Hang on.
Okay.
Is it Luann? Did you?
In the meantime, why don't you read us another one?
Okay.
Wait, here. Let's go to Susan. Real
Oh,
quick.
Susan
I
able
just,
to?
I just had to check with. Yeah, she's okay with. Yeah, let's talk to Susan.
Susan,
Hey, Susan's our winner.
Hey, congratulations.
Congratulations, Susan.
Welcome to the Jeff and Bill show.
Hey, I am so excited. This is just terrific.
Now, are you a golf fan? Why do you want to go see the U.S. Senior Open?
Well, my husband has been kind of like hinting, oh, I wish I could go. Well, I probably can't go. And he's been a long-time golfer. I'm a golfer, was a golfer. And because of my health and stuff, I haven't done it too much lately. But anyway, we're so excited. I'm over the top with excitement.
Oh my gosh!
Glad to help you,
Congratulations, Susan. Now I'm just saying, from one person to another. If the husband's not listening, he doesn't know. You might be able to get him to knock some of those honeydew things off the list and say, if you do those, we can go to the U.S. Senior Open. I'm just saying we're giving you an advantage here. If there's something he's been putting off, Susan, you might get that final honeydew thing done. Just think about it.
That's great. I'm going to do that. Thank you.
Hey, excellent. And thanks so much for playing along with us, Susan. Our office manager will be in touch. Thank you. Have a great weekend. Oh, that was great.
All right, Jeffrey, any more poetry?
Okay. She was great.
She was. She's very excited.
great.
I apologize to her husband.
I am
on behalf of Bill,
I'm
who now has a bunch of chores to do. He was going to go scot-free, or whatever the phrase is. Scot-free.
Yes.
Scotch-free. He was going to get to enjoy a nice day out. Now he's got a whole bunch of chores.
Yes. That is, again...
He's going to sit there cleaning out the gutter going, Bill.
Exactly. That is why the vice president of Salem program refers to me as the problem child in the radio family. Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Continuing with our senior theme, I like being grandpa when they hug me round the knees or come and sit beside me and ask for something, please. I like watching Grandma make cookies with the kids who stand up tiptoe on a chair the way their daddy did. And just like him, they love to eat the sugar cookie dough. It's like reliving yesterday. And when the grandkids go, me and Grandma pick up toys and straighten up the chairs, then check beneath the cushions for those hidden gummy bears.
That's great.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Always so much good wit. I love them. One more? Do we have time for one more? I think we got time for one more.
This is going to leave a lot of people less than thrilled. Disturbing news about the brews from bottle, tap, and can. They say it's clear that drinking beer is harmful for a man. Researchers found while looking round results which are alarming. Too many suds affect us studs in ways that aren't so charming. Men talk a lot and don't make sense. Emotionally, they're a mess. They argue and they won't give in. So it seems, I must confess, that all those hops and barley malt can cause you so much strife, you better switch to Diet Coke, or you'll sound just like your wife.
Oh, that's good.
So much fun.
That's great.
Thank you, Jeff Hildebrand. As always, thank you to Leanne, right?
Luann.
His bride, who always joins him live in studio here, too.
Yeah, the boss always drives him in. It's great.
That's right.
It's great to see.
The agent.
Yes, the agent.
Luann and Jeff Hildebrand, thank you so much for some great cowboy poetry. Get us ready for what's going to be a very hot weekend.
It's going to be hot, and if you like what Jeff does, you can find his writings on Amazon. Yes, you can throw him a little bit of your ducats. Go ahead and just search Jeff Hildebrand on Amazon. You can find his books. They are small. They're wonderful stocking stuffers. They're a great, easy gift for anybody in your life. You got something coming up, late graduation gifts. You've got someone changing a job. You've got someone that's like, I really dislike you, but you need to read this. Jeff's holding up in front of the screen right now. For whatever reason, they are a great moment. And again, you're not giving them a novel. You're giving them some creativity, some respite. You're giving them a break in the busy day. So go ahead, check out Jeff Hildebrand on Amazon, and help support what we do here. Yeah, I like that. I like that.
This is going to be.
If you're not seeing this visually, you are missing out on something.
This is going to be a meme.
It is.
This is how I read.
Jeffery.
That is fantastic.
Jeffrey Hunt. Okay, never mind.
I dump the letters. That's how you read, right? You dump
yes,
the letters.
Yes, you do. Into the brains.
ears.
Yes. Oh, that's fantastic.
Always so fun. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So if today it gets to 100 degrees, new record.
That'll be exciting.
New record. The old record for June 20th in Denver, Colorado was 99 degrees, set back in 2017. Temperatures are expected to fall just short of triple digits in Denver on Saturday, but the city is still forecasted to tie its June 21st heat record of 99 degrees.
Now, is this the summer soul sister? Is that what this is?
Yes, it is.
Hey, sister, soul sister. Yep, that is what tomorrow, tonight,
yeah, the
longest day.
21st.
Yep.
Yeah,
when you're
longest day.
Hot, you're hot.
And when you're not, you're not.
Well, if you missed any of this show, which I'm sure
you'll be happy about.
Yes, you'll be happy about that. Yes.
Go to 710knus.com to download the podcast. Billy and I debated transgenderism, what's new in this world. We give you the latest on Israel and Iran. We talked about a program up at the University of Colorado that may be violating federal civil rights law. All of that, plus details about the U.S. Senior Open, was on today's show. Go to 710knus.com to download the podcast. And, of course, Cowboy Poetry with Jeff Hildebrand available there as well. It's been a wonderful week. Thank you to everybody that called in, was part of the conversation. We couldn't do the show without you. You're listening to The Jeff and Bill Show.
We are Denver's talk leader, News Talk 710 KNUS. Stay cool this weekend.